How's it going, everyone? The last Q&A that I did was very successful. You guys really seemed to love that, so I went back on Twitter and I asked you guys to ask me Battlefront / Star Wars related questions. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go over to Twitter, and I had a pretty decent turnout. There's 59 comments so far. Now, some of you guys didn't really pay attention to what the tweet said, and you just asked me regular questions, but for the most part, I'm just going to read over all of your guys' questions and try to answer them the best that I can. So I'm just going to scroll straight down the list since there's so many, and to kind of make it fair for everybody. So to start us off, Josh Janali. Oh, I'm going to butcher everybody's name, so I apologize in advance for that. Says, how lazy do you think the devs are on a scale of 1 to 10? That's a good question. I think it's a combination of things. Obviously, they don't know what they're doing. Like the funding that EA gives them obviously has a big part to do with everything because they're not being funded. But at the same time, the devs that currently work on the game, I mean, they don't know what they're doing. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many bugs. So I would give them. I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. I don't think they're very good developers at all. Okay. Nicholas Quinn says, do you think the clone skins will come out this month? Oh no, I read that wrong. When do you think the clone skins will come out this month? I got 3 likes. Alright, let's see. Today is the 13th when I'm recording this. My guess is it will be on the 21st. That would be my educated guess. But knowing how horrible they are as a company and developers, it wouldn't surprise me if it's on the 28th, because that gives them more time to do everything. But my guess is the 21st, more likely to be the 28th. Alright, so let's go back here. Where was I? Oh, Thomas Tanskley? Thomas Tanskley says, Swanee, who are you excited for the most? On the light side, choose one, Anakin or Obi-Wan, and the dark side, Grievous or Dooku. I'm going to have to go with Obi-Wan and Grievous. I think Anakin's going to have some pretty cool powers. I think Dooku's going to also have some cool powers, but I mean Grievous is Grievous. He's got 4 freaking lightsabers and he's a giant robot. He sounds cool, so Grievous is pretty badass. And I mean Obi-Wan's Obi-Wan. I mean Anakin's technically in the game as Darth Vader, but I mean there's no sign of Obi-Wan, which is long overdue because Obi-Wan is freaking Obi-Wan. He was in episodes 1 through 5, well, even in 6. So yeah, he's pretty important. Grandmaster Yoda, when you made your way to Star Wars HQ, did you like more Ryan or is it twin clone Robbie? I guess that's Star Wars related question. They were the same person. They're just the same person. Joshua Doss says, do you think DICE will ever add Ahsoka to the game? No. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. No. Kylo's nipples. Did you ever get hard seeing shirtless Kylo in The Last Jedi? No, nothing about that movie made me hard. In fact, I had a negative boner from that movie. Man Greedo says, if you were given the rights and resources to fully produce a Star Wars video game of your own, what would it be? Let's say, for the sake of fun, Disney gave you full creative control and you could even dive into Legends material. What's your dream Star Wars game? Okay. My dream Star Wars game would be like a Mass Effect Star Wars like crossover. Like you can explore the galaxy and stuff like you can in Mass Effect, but you have like, so let's say your own Star Destroyer or something. And basically just Mass Effect with Star Wars painted skins all over it. So you can have like lightsabers and crap. What character would you be in Star Wars? You know, I would want to be probably someone on that casino planet in The Last Jedi because, to be honest, they're probably the best off. They're all rich and they're not fighting. Like, if I was any other character, like Obi-Wan, for example, I'd have to fight in wars all the time. I don't particularly want to fight and die. Star Wars isn't a very safe place. Darth Raven says, what? Oh, I just read that one. Sleep says, what's your ranking of Star Wars movies, or which is your favorite? It changes all the time, really. I really liked Episode 3 because of how dark it was, and it sort of tied in the prequels with the original trilogy, so it like tied in with my childhood, because I grew up obviously watching 4, 5, and 6, and then I went to the theaters as a kid, and I watched Episode 1 when I was just, heck, had to have been like kindergarten. And I remember that because I was in the very front row. It was jam-packed, completely full theater, and we had to sit in the very front seats, and I had to look up at like a 90-degree angle the entire movie. So I'm going to say, yeah, probably Episode 3, but it's close between 5 and 3, but I'm going to have to go with 3 just because I love the fight at the end between Yoda and Palpatine and Obi-Wan and Anakin. What are your thoughts on General Grievous? I think he's really cool. Nick Skater says, what's the one map from the last game you want added to this game? Well, the problem is a lot of the maps are already technically in the game. Like, I would want Jakku, but their excuse is, oh, they already have Jakku in the game. The Jakku in this game is horrible. Battlefront 2's Jakku is just trash. I hate that map. But the first game's, or 2015's Battlefront map of Jakku, it was pretty good. So probably Jakku or Indoor. I really liked Indoor. Should DICE just move on to Battlefront 3? It would be nice if they just fixed the current game. Just fix the bugs and give us the crap that you promised from the start. Kylo's Nipples says, do you think that they'll pull a plug on Dooku and Anakin, give us Grievous and Obi-Wan? No, I do not think they will pull the plug on Dooku and Anakin because, I mean, there would be so much rage and backlash from that. That wouldn't go well. Would you want Cad Bane in Battlefront? Because I sure do. Yeah, I would like tons of heroes in Battlefront, but they're not going to have any. Irish Gamer 1461, do you think there's any hope in Battlefront 2? No. Like I said before, the problem with Battlefront 2 is they don't give you enough stuff, and they space it out over a long period of time. So when we do finally get Obi-Wan and Grievous, and then we finally get Anakin and Dooku, it's going to get really old really fast because everyone's going to want to play the crap out of Obi-Wan and Grievous. That's all you're going to see. Anytime you play a match of Galactic Assault, it's going to be Obi-Wan and Grievous. Because everyone's so desperate for content that everyone wants to play with this new content. So you're going to pick Obi-Wan and Grievous over and over and over and over, and it's going to be the same old maps that you've been playing for the past year, over and over and over. You're going to get your 2 heroes leveled up all the way, because there are only 2 that you pick. And then it's going to feel stale because there's no other content to go with it. Like, there's this new game mode, but all the game modes get stale. So, no, I don't think there's any hope. I think it'll be fun for like 2 weeks, and then it'll get boring again. What got you into Star Wars? That would be my dad when I was a little boy. Zombie Joe Knives says, what do you think are the odds in percentages that Grievous and Obi-Wan will even work properly when they eventually come out? I would say there's about a 60% chance that they work as intended, both of them. George, what do you think the most OP star card excluding starfighters? Palpatine's healing. I think that Palpatine can heal himself the way that he does. Palpatine's just a broken character in general. They've still not gotten him right. He's been nerfed. He's been taken out of the game. He's come back. He's still a freaking monster. And the fact that he can heal is just too OP. Metal Meester says, What's your favorite Star Wars game of all time? That would be the original Star Wars Battlefront 2. G Fencer says, did you and Cookie try to have sex together? I don't see how that's Star Wars related, G Fencer, but the answer is no. Do you think the game will be supported by the end of 2019, Episode 9 release? No, because 2019 they're going to have that other Star Wars game, so there would be no reason for them to do anything for this game when the hype is on that other game. What do you think the most OP thing in Battlefront 2 is currently? Palpatine. That was Jimmy Tallman. 100% J.J. Abrams says The Force Awakens best movie ever? Yes, it is. You just answered your own question. And I like The Force Awakens, but then The Last Jedi kind of ruined The Force Awakens for me. So, give us an example of you actually liking the game. Okay, I liked some of the maps. Like, I really loved Naboo. I really liked Kashyyyk. And then I really liked the way that the heroes worked. It's just, like, I like the idea of it. It's just not executed very well. And I like the combat system when it works. Do you think Star Wars Battlefront 2 had any future once the roadmap is done? By the way, I love your videos. Well, thank you. No. I mean, like I said, it's just going to get stale. What clone skin should come out in Clone Wars DLC? I think there should be a crap ton of clone skins. There's so many different options for clone skins, but what's sad is that we're just going to get the stuff that was data mined back when the game came out. So I think the roadmap says we're going to get 3 different sets of clone trooper skins. So the first set will probably be like 3 skins, and then the second set will be like 3 skins. So I think it'll be very underwhelming. Who will you play the most out of the 4 heroes in the Clone Wars season? Honestly, it's probably Grievous. Because, I mean, I like playing as the Empire / droid / First Order more. I just don't like playing as the good guys. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Grievous. And then the second place would be Obi-Wan, obviously. Do you think there will be Season 4 for Battlefront 2 and when? No, I don't think there will be. Sorry, I've been forgetting to read the names. Oh, then I choose to read this name. Jason. I'm just going to call you Jason. Jason says, your thoughts on the possibility of Clone Wars heroes having lame / half-assed abilities like Cookie thought they would. He meant your thoughts on, basically, yeah, I think they'll probably have half-assed abilities, or their abilities just won't work. Oh man, there's still a lot of questions. Liam O'Brien says, would you rather have a really well-balanced Rose Tico or really crappy Jango Fett? When I say crappy, I mean Phasma Staff Strikes and Han's Shoulder Charge had sex that made a crap ton of broken crappy abilities. I would pick Jango Fett just because he's Jango Fett, and I really, really hate Rose Tico, so yeah. What other map than Geonosis do you want to come to Battlefront 2? That would be Mustafar. Which weapon do you like the most added to Battlefront 2? It says the Epic Dude. There's so many different weapons that they could add. I mean, like the first game had so many different options. I'm just going to go, like I want every character to have any type of weapon like the first game did. But I'll just say the bow rifle. Don't really like the bow rifle, but I can't think of one in particular. Or the DL-44, I guess that's a good one. What do you think is the best thing about Battlefront 2? That is a good question. Probably the map Naboo. And the second map of Naboo where you're in the hangar and like where you fought Darth Maul. I like that map too. Was it love at first sight with Cookie, or did he grow on you? That's not very Star Wars related, but we actually met in health class in high school, and I was a freshman and he was a sophomore, and we actually started talking about Star Wars because I think he wore a Star Wars shirt to school. Do you think the game will live long enough to get all the promised content? Yes, but as soon as they give us that promised content, it will die. Like, they'll stop supporting it. What star card do you think is the most notable effect on a hero and villain? It's Palpatine's healing. Alright, I'll do 3 more. Let's see. What do you like about Battlefront 2015, like core gameplay things, not bugs or DLC stuff, features you'd like to bring over to Battlefront 2? I liked the way that some of the hero abilities worked. Like Darth Vader's choke, it just insta-killed somebody. Or his lightsaber throw just insta-killed somebody. And I liked the amount of health that the heroes had. I also liked how there was like a set amount of time per match. Like if I played on indoor, I knew that it would be about 20 minutes long. Will you be playing with subscribers in live streams? Yes, I did that not too long ago. And then give us at least one redeeming quality of Iden Versio from the campaign, not playable hero. Oh man. Well, wait, that's not even a question. But I'll try my best. She's a good leader. I'll give her that. But yeah, I didn't like anything about that campaign. It was pretty bad. But that's gonna do it for all these questions. I tried to answer as many as I could. There's a bunch more. I could keep going, but this video is getting pretty long. So thank you guys for all your questions. It's greatly appreciated. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you guys continue to like these question and answer videos, then I will continue to make them. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Check out another video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist